Good evening, ladies. Hey, if you have ever been told to stop eating carbs after the age of 40 to lose weight, I want you to stop scrolling, all right? Listen to me. I eat carbs all the time, and I got fit after the age of 50. I will be 58 this year. It's hard for me to believe, but listen, I've been on the low carb diets. I've done it. And I did low carb for about 5 years. And it didn't get me much of anywhere. So by the time I finally got to my weight loss goal, to be really honest, I had to cut my calories so low. And I finally got to my weight loss goal. And guess what? As I show you guys, I had a body that I hated. I hit my number on the scale and I couldn't figure out why I didn't like what I saw. I thought, well, maybe it's just aging. I didn't know exactly what it was. But if you've ever been told to cut carbs to lose weight, and we've all heard it, right? Low carb. I'm going low carb. We're scared to death of low carb. Listen to me. Here is how you eat carbs for fat loss, all right? Carbs are not the issue. They aren't the only issue. Our bodies can have carbs. We can eat carbs. So not eating carbs, that's not actually the full story, all right? The full story is this, and you deserve the truth, and I deserve the truth. I went low carb for so many years, and it was hard. And as soon as I quit, the weight came on so fast. Oh my gosh, you guys. And I want you to listen to me tonight like your life depends on it, like your future depends on it. Maybe not your life, but it could, really. Because even these things that I'm going to discuss can save you from some big future problems, all right? So listen to me. Every week, every single week, I talk to women just like you. They hear my story. How did you finally get in shape, Allie? Have you been in the gym your whole life? No. I started at age 51, right? How did you do it, Allie? So every day, every single day, I talk to women like you and like me, smart, hardworking, successful women who are doing everything they know to do and still gaining weight. Still gaining weight, doing everything, trying all the marketing schemes, the supplements. I've had clients come on and say their supplements alone that they were using cost over $300 a month. I had one lady from Ohio that came on. She said, I've spent $300 plus a month every single month for the last year, and I've lost no weight. How many of you have felt like that? I've tried everything. Where's this belly fat coming from? I just need to cut my carbs. I need to cut my carbs. How many times have you cut your carbs and you lost weight on the scale a little bit? I want to talk about that in just a minute. You've cut carbs, you've tried the fasting, you've done low calorie, and you're wondering what is wrong with your body. I thought something was so wrong with my body. And here's what you need to hear tonight. Listen to me. Carbs are not the enemy. Hallelujah, you can have some cake. But listen, carbs aren't the enemy. I eat lots of carbs now every single day. It still blows my mind. You want to know what your enemy is? It's not carbs. It's your blood sugar levels. And I want to explain that to you. See, carbs are just fuel, all right? And your body uses carbs for energy. But when you eat the wrong carbs or even eat the right carbs at the wrong time, your blood sugar is going to spike. And when your blood sugar spikes, your insulin shows up like a SWAT team yelling, stop and store fat right now. And that's just how it is. So what I want to teach you is how to do this differently. How many of you hate low carb diets or you felt left out? You go to parties or anything. I want to hear from you if this is important to you, because I'll tell you, this is important to me. It changed my life. It broke me free from that. I got to eat low carbs. I'm afraid of carbs, just scared of carbs. My husband would, when I first started to come off of the low carb diets, he would give me rice. And I would say, baby, I can't eat this rice. I cannot eat this rice. I'm just going to gain weight. I cannot have rice. And he said, have the rice. It's not the rice that's the problem. And I'm like, it's carbs. Carbs are the problem, babe. And he said, no. And you know, my husband is a competitor. He's Mr. Tennessee, okay? Best physique, 58 years old and 57. He'd kill me if he heard me say 58. Mr. Tennessee, two-time winning Mr. Tennessee physique, built like incredible. His abs are incredible. And he's telling me, Allie, eat some rice. And I'm like, I can't eat rice, babe. I'll just gain weight and get fat. It's carbs. I can't eat carbs. My body isn't made to eat carbs. And he said, babe, your body can burn those carbs. You just got to understand what you're doing. How many of you have felt so confused? Like, should I eat low carb? Should I fast? All these things, right? Now listen, I ate carbs and my blood sugar crashed. I didn't know what I was doing. I was tired. Listen to me. This is how I felt on carbs, but now I don't feel this way because I know this secret. All right? And it's not a secret, really. It's just something people don't talk about. And this is medically how we gotta eat. Okay? Listen to me. When we just ate regular carbs, yeah, if I would go out and get 3 donuts, listen, I have ate 3 donuts at a time, for real. I mean, they go down like butter, right? And so if we go out and get 3 donuts and we eat them, afterwards, we feel great for a minute and then our blood sugar crashes. How many of you felt like that? Give me a thumbs up. I know I'm not alone. Come on. And then you get moody. I've done that too. Oh, so grouchy. And I would start craving carbs again, more carbs. It's like, I would feel great for a minute, or maybe sometimes now if I'd eat 3 donuts, I'd feel sick, but I'd feel great for a little bit, and then I'd crash and get moody and hungry again, right? Sometimes I ate breakfast cereal and was that way. I'd get up and eat breakfast cereal and I'd be fine. Cheerios. I remember eating Cheerios. And by the time I got in the office, I was starving and ready to just stab somebody. I was ready to stab somebody for whatever they were eating. I was just ready to go for it. I was so hungry, right? Does that sound familiar to you? How many of you have experienced that? Let me hear from you. And so this is why so many women feel like they're failing. It's not really you eating carbs that's causing you to fail. It's your strategy, all right? Your strategy of eating carbs is causing you to fail. And I want you to drop a light bulb in the comments if you've ever felt this way. Am I the only one, or have you felt this way? I want you to find a little light bulb emoji and put it down there. See, other women need to know that we too have felt that way, that they are not alone, and you are not alone. Now, right here is the fix. How many of you want to hear the fix? The fix that changed my life and helped me transform my body and feel better. How many of you want to know that fix? Give me a thumbs up or a hey or a wave or something. Let me know you're there. How many of you want to know the fix? All right? It's just one word. The fix to this is one word. What is that fix? You want to guess? You want to guess what the fix to this carb crazy spiking and dropping out is? Some of you know. I work with a lot of nurses and doctors as my clients. I'm a nutritionist. Some of you know. Write it below. What is it? It's fiber. Fiber is the fix. And here's the thing about American diets. We're eating very low fiber for the most part, because when we hear carbs are bad, don't eat carbs, that's untrue. It is untrue. It's the wrong kind of carbs we want to avoid, or we want to understand how do we eat carbs so that we don't have the highs and the lows of the blood sugar, that our insulin is not spiking and dropping out. Fiber is like a traffic cop. It does. And when you eat it with your meals, it slows everything down, ladies. It helps your blood sugar be more stable. Listen to this. So you won't store fat as easily. You wonder if when you're over 40, what is all this around my waist? What is all this fat? I thought, what is this? It felt thick on my sides. What is this? guess what fiber does? It helps your blood sugar not to spike and tell your body to store fat when you eat those carbs. And here's another thing that fiber does for you. It helps you stay full longer, right? When you eat carbs without fiber in them, like that cereal I was talking about, lower fiber cereal like Cheerios, I would be starving really quickly after. I felt full, like I ate a lot of Cheerios, and then in an hour, I was so hungry. I was so hungry. There's not a lot of fiber in there. And I would crash and I would be hungry. Well, the fiber, the real fiber, is going to reduce your cravings. It's going to help keep you more full. It's going to support your gut health. And ladies, what is your gut health? Your gut health is at least 75% of your immune system. It's what's fighting for your health. That fiber feeds those good gut bacteria. Oh my gosh, and it doesn't just help you lose weight and lose belly fat. You know what else it does? Oh my gosh, ladies. It helps rebuild your immune system and make you stronger. That fiber helps you feel more in control of your eating as well. I have felt so out of control. When my blood sugar crashed like that, oh my gosh, ladies. When I began to track my food and I heard about fiber as a nutritionist, I started studying, right? I looked at my fiber, and because I was eating low carb all the time, do you know that I was probably getting 5 grams of fiber per day, and the minimum is 21, but really, honestly, you need more than that? And I was maybe getting 5 some days? How crazy is that? Oh my gosh. So if you're not hitting 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day, then this is what I know. You know what I know? If you're not hitting 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day, you're not burning fat efficiently. Did you hear me? If you're not hitting 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day, you are not burning fat efficiently, period. And that's true. So here's what I want you to start doing today. Every single time you eat, I want you to ask, where's my protein? Number 1. We didn't talk about protein, but where's my protein? And number 2, where's my fiber? And why? Because you never eat carbs alone. Don't eat just carbs alone. White sugar, plain carbs, right? There's no protein, there's no fat. That is a huge insulin spike waiting to happen. So you don't want to eat those carbs alone. Get fiber. This is what I talk to about my clients every single day. Fiber is an amazing thing. I used to think when I was young, my grandmother talked about fiber all the time, and I thought, oh, old people and their bowels, right? Their bowels. It's not just about your bowels. It's about your blood sugar levels. It's about detoxing your body. It's about feeding your good gut bacteria, which are basically the biggest part of your immune system. So get that fiber in and never eat those carbs alone. Eat them with friends. Friends like protein and fiber. Don't eat those carbs alone. Eat them with fiber and protein. Add berries to your oatmeal. The berries like blackberries and raspberries have an amazing amount of fiber. Add chia seed or flax meal. Add zucchini or spinach to your smoothie. You'll never know it's in there. I promise you that. One time I made my kids, but I didn't tell them what was in it. I made them some smoothies. I put apples and bananas, all the good stuff in there, and threw in great big handfuls of spinach. They didn't even know that was spinach. They just thought I made some fancy smoothie. They loved it. And later I told them there's spinach in there. They couldn't believe it. Load up your dinner plate with leafy greens, broccoli, cabbage. Oh my gosh, those have great fiber in them. And don't be afraid of your carbs. Here's the thing. It's not just about how you eat your carbs. It's also when you eat your carbs that matter. How many of you want to know when to eat carbs, right? I did. I wanted to know all about carbs, and this has changed my body and my life. It's changed my health. Okay? Listen, there's a time to eat carbs and a time to stay away from them. Carbs are great around your workouts. When you're going to be going to the gym or working out, or after, directly after. Either way is great. When you're moving around. And your body can use those carbs for fuel and recovery. but carbs late at night. I used to always want to eat a bowl of ice cream at night. I don't know what this was. It was mine and my grandmother's thing when I was a kid. And I just loved a bowl of ice cream at night. All right. That was the worst time to eat carbs. When you're barely moving around or you're getting ready to go to bed, you don't want to eat carbs then. If you sit at an office desk all day and you've got M&Ms on your desk like I used to have, don't eat that. Don't eat that. Find something else to eat. Nuts. Ooh, I thought, well, nuts are better. And then I realized how many calories nuts have. So that wasn't the good choice for me either, to just sit there and snack on, right? Find you something that's good to snack on. And if you want some ideas, send me a message. I'd be glad to send you some ideas. But if you're not moving during the day and at your desk you have candy and you're not getting up and moving a lot, then you need to get rid of that. That's causing your blood sugar to spike. All right. It's not just about the carbs. It's causing your blood sugar to spike and you to put on body fat. You're not going to be able to use those carbs. Carbs are like quick fuel. All right. You want to use them when you're going to be moving around the most. That's when, if you're going to eat them at night before you go to bed or when you're sitting around at your office desk all day long, that's when they're most likely to be stored as body fat. Did you know that? So you can have some carbs, but you got to eat them the right way. Ladies, if this is making sense to you, I want you to drop a loaf of bread, a loaf of bread emoji into the comments. Because listen, I was scared to death of a loaf of bread, right? I was scared to death to eat one piece of bread. Or tag a friend that's been low carb, afraid to eat a carb. Every time she goes off of eating low carb, she gains weight. Then she goes back on low carb. I did that cycle for so many years, 5 years, at least 5 years. Tag your friend who needs to understand about she can eat some carbs, okay? But you got to eat them the right way. You got to eat them with fiber and with protein. And you've got to eat them when you're moving around, not when you're sitting still or going to bed, right? Before a workout or after a workout. Take a long walk after. And here is another thing that most women don't realize that backfires on them. And this is a big one. And the reason my body looked like it did after low carb dieting for so long, which I show that picture a lot. I had zero butt. I was just skinny and everything, no muscle tissue at all. I just felt like I was just weak and skinny. Here's the thing. When you go on a low carb diet, at first you lose weight really quick. And that's what made me want to do low carb diets. It kept me coming back. I lose the weight really quick. And I was like, yes, I lost 5 pounds this week. And then it would stop, right? And it'd get real slow. But I always loved that 5 pounds out of the gate, right? Or sometimes more. I think when I first started doing it, it was a little bit more than that, maybe 7 pounds. And here's the thing. You love it because you're losing weight quick in the beginning. But here's the thing we don't talk about. Most of you do know this. You're losing water, but not only water, ladies. Did you know that you're losing muscle? That's why when my body got to my goal weight on the scale, I didn't look the same. I had low carbed it for years. And because of low carbing it wasn't helping me lose enough weight, I got very low calorie to where I was eating one meal or so a day and a few little tiny snacks. And I hear that all the time from ladies. You know, I've worked with thousands of clients over the last 5 and 6 years. Thousands across the globe, women over 40, all women over 40. And you know what I see? They're low carbing it. They're fasting long periods of time. They have muscle loss and their metabolism is burning very few calories. A lot of them are eating only one meal a day. That's scary, ladies, because listen to this. I know because I've done it. All right. I've been there, but listen to this. For women over the age of 40, losing muscle through these kind of diets is the fastest way to cause your metabolism to just slow to a crawl. It is. And then you don't change a thing. You eat the same way you've always eaten. And guess what? You gain weight because your metabolism is no longer burning because you lost a lot of muscle. All right? So listen, that's why I don't teach crash diets. I teach strategy, right? I teach real science. I'm not out here pimping supplements. I'm teaching real science and how our body works as a nutritionist. We want to balance our plates. We want to keep our blood sugar under control. We want to eat protein and fiber at every single meal. It's so important, ladies. Listen, it's not just about weight loss. It's not. It's about how your body functions after the age of 40. Okay? And if you've ever been feeling stuck, which most of us are, you know, so many women reach out to me. If your belly is bloated, you feel like, where did this come from? Is this ever going to go away? If your energy is low, if you're tired of obsessing over your food, ladies, and you're still not getting results, listen to me. Please hear me when I say this. It's important. You are not broken. You are not broken. You've just not been taught how to eat for the body you have right now after the age of 40. It's different. It really is different. And once you understand how to balance your carbs, how to control your blood sugar, and you get the right nutrients in your body, that's when your body starts working with you and not against you. Did you hear what I said? You are not broken. You just have to learn how to fuel your body. After the age of 40, it is different. And sadly, in America, we are one of the most unhealthy countries in the world, yet we spend the most on healthcare and diets and supplements than any other country in the world, and we are one of the sickest. It's because we don't know how to eat. It's common in America. We're not taught to understand our nutrition. And then after the age of 40, it gets harder. We have no clue. So here's your action plan, all right? I want to give you an action plan for tonight. I want you to start tracking your food. There's lots of food trackers out there, free ones. Just do it because it's going to teach you a lot and show you a lot about your diet, and it's going to change your life. Is it a little bit of work? Yes, but isn't it better than staying right where you are, struggling and spinning your wheels and wondering what is wrong with you? Put in the work, put in the effort. You're worth it. The feeling you get out of it from what you learn is worth it. Track your fiber for the next 3 days, all right? For 3 days. And aim for 6 to 7 grams of fiber every single meal. That's 25 to 30 grams per day. That's a lot. It will be hard for you to get in. And listen, you don't get it in the fake way. All right? By the fake way, I mean through keto breads and keto wraps and low-carb wraps and all that. I'm talking about real fiber that feeds your good gut bacteria, that builds your immune system, that detoxifies your body. Oh my gosh, that levels out your blood sugar levels. Real fiber, like is in blackberries, raspberries, broccoli, asparagus, Brussels sprouts. Avocado is a great one. Chia seed, flax meal. Those are some great ones. Those are things I use all the time. And look at your meals. Are your carbs naked? If you're just having a white potato for dinner with some butter on it, eat some protein. Eat the skin of the potato where the fiber is, so you can level out your blood sugar and not store body fat. Are your carbs naked? Is that your habit? Or are you eating them with some protein and fiber? And then notice how you feel. Watch what happens to your energy level and your cravings and even your mood when you start adding that fiber in and start leveling out your blood sugar. Because when you get this right, ladies, and when you stop dieting, we're always on a diet. So many of us. When you stop dieting, when you understand what your food should look like and you stop guessing, you start seeing your body change. Oh my gosh. Listen, it'll change your life. And not only that, it will change your health. Not just how your body looks so that you can go on some short vacation somewhere. Ain't nobody there going to remember you anyway. Right? Do it for you. Not for some stranger who won't ever remember you. Get your health in order. It's going to help your body become what you want it to be. It's going to help you feel better and look better. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. So if this helped you tonight and you want me to do more things like this, then drop me a note below and tell me what part of this hit home with you. Or if you have any questions about your carbs and how to eat them for fat loss. Isn't that crazy to hear that you can eat carbs for fat loss? Oh my gosh, it's awesome. It is. And if you're tired of doing this alone, ladies, if you're ready for a real strategy and a real coach who gets it, reach out to me. Send me a message. Send me a private message or right below, I'm ready. And I'll reach out to you. All right? Thank you for joining me. Share this with a friend. Save it. Share it over on your page so you can watch it again later and take some notes. It'll change your life. Carbs aren't your problem. They aren't. The wrong plan is. Let's fix that. Let's fix it, ladies. Thank you for joining me. Good night, ladies.